This video is about developing your economy. So the first thing you want to do is select those villagers by double clicking and make them gather sheep. And then you want to select your town center either by left clicking or by pressing H, and then queuing a few villagers by pressing Q or clicking here. But really, you really want to start using short keys. I'm gonna gather sheep. I need to make a house. And I also want to send this villager to mine gold. So the way you do this is you press Q, and then you press R, and then you shift, left click. What it's going to do is, as soon as you finish the house, they're going to build this. And I don't even need to tell them to gather gold. As soon as they finish producing this, building this mining camp, they will drop the 7 food that they had, and then they will collect gold by themselves. Let's take a look. Plus 7 wood, food, and now she collects the gold. I have 1 villager left in queue. I will produce a few more. See here, there's only 1 sheep left and 7 villagers. And what happens is that sometimes 1 villager is waiting doing nothing. And to avoid this, you should have more sheep underneath your town center, or you can select a few and tell them to go somewhere else, let's say to the berries. What I'm gonna do is bring my scout back. Now you can see you have 3 trees underneath your town center. This is nice. It means that you can start collecting wood without having to first build a lumber camp. By the way, this is called the production queue. And you can see that I have 1 villager queued up. I want to have maybe 1 more. The most important rule about developing your economy is that you should always be producing villagers until you reach about 120, 130 villagers. Oh. So usually to get to the second age as fast as possible, you want 2 villagers on gold, the rest on food. And a few on wood, just enough to make houses as needed. And then I can make a mill. So shift left click and then makes my mill. Now I have enough to go to the second age. I will get 4 of these, and then I can left click here or press T, and then I will go with the School of Cavalry because I'm French, and the French by default always go for that one. Let's produce more villagers. By the way, now that I'm going to feudal, I'm going to need a lot of wood. So I can get these 2 and then tell them to make a lumber camp by pressing Q and then E and then left click. And again, as soon as they finish building this lumber camp, they will drop whatever food they had, and then they will start cutting down trees. I'm gonna bring those people to gold because I'm gonna need some for making knights. My town center was inactive, that's a no-no. So Shift+Q will queue up 5 of them. And now let's take a look at this. You can see here, this is the allocation of your villagers. I have 7 on food, 5 on wood, 4 on gold. And I know I want more wood, so I'm going to do this. Now instead of going into the sheep, and there's no more sheep anyway, they will go here. By the way, you can see there is no more sheep here, so as soon as this gets depleted, these people will be idle. And if they're idle, that's fine. But what you can do is you can select these and then shift right click here. And what happens is as soon as they finish the sheep, they will go here without going idle a single second. And the reason why this is useful is because right now I happen to be watching this, but maybe I will get busy later and I want to queue that command so that I don't have to think about it later. Do you see this? That means that I have 4 idle villagers. So if I click here, it will select them one by one. That's fine, but the easiest way to select all your idle villagers is to press Ctrl dot. If I press Ctrl dots, no matter where they are, I could be watching this, Ctrl dot, now all 4 are selected. Super useful. Hey, I have sheep now. Okay, well you will go on to sheep. And you can go back to scout a bit. Oh. Let's make some units. H and then Shift+Q to queue 5 more villagers. I need houses. And I need archery ranges. So this time instead of Q, I want to press W and then A. And then Shift click once and second time. And I probably want to queue a blacksmith. And then they will come back onto the wood. I'm gonna spend my resources on economic upgrades. Okay, they have a bunch of villagers here and a bunch here. That's where I want to hit with my 2 knights. Okay. Come back. H, Q, 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 or Shift Q. I'm queuing up a bunch of villagers. What else do I need? Oh, and to build faster, what you can do is bring a few to help. By the way, let's say I select these 4 and I click here. What happens is these people will build this together, and then I don't need to tell them to also build this. What happens after they finish building this archery range is that they will look for other buildings to construct, and this happens to be close enough that they know that they want to build this. I have 7 villagers in queue, so that's fine. And this one villager that I told to go back to the wood after finishing has come back to the wood. Let's take a look at our knights. And then spend resources to make some more knights and archers. I have 4 idols. Ctrl dot. These are the ones that were building this blacksmith. What else do I want? I want more food. I can go out here and gather deer. Let's do that. Actually, if I build one here, it's enough. What I'm going to do is also build a tower, so that if I get raided, they can go take shelter in this tower. I didn't use shift this time, so what happens is now I have 2 blueprints, but they will construct the one that I told them to construct last, which is the tower. And since once they finish building this tower, they will look for a nearby building to build, which happens to be the mill. And when they finish building the mill, they will do what they usually do after building a mill. They will look for food. So either the deer or the berries. They will also drop the wood that they were carrying. Let's go back to the town center because there's only 1 villager left in queue. And let's produce some more. And again, I need more houses, so QQ, QQ, Shift, left click, left click, left click, left click. And then also Shift, and then go back to the wood. Now you can see here, they're starting to walk really far, and that's wasted time. So you want to prevent that from happening. So every once in a while, you should get one of these villagers, Q, E, and build a Lemba camp. My knights are dead, and so is my scout. Let's make some more army. It would be nice to have some more scouts, and I have 8 idle villagers. Let's finish gathering the sheep. I thought there would be 2 boars on this map. Maybe it's in one of the areas where I haven't scouted. So now I want to go to the 3rd age, and to do this I need a lot of food and I need a lot of gold. Oh, well, not a lot of gold. I need 1200 food and 600 gold. So I'm nearly there for the gold, but I need a lot more food. I'm gonna bring these to here and collect here. So let's do a tower first, and then a mill, and then shift left click. So this time they will build this first, and then this, and then they will start gathering. Oh, oh. Spears counter cavalry, so you don't want your cavalry to fight with spears. On the opposite, archers are really good against spears, so let's do that. Yeah, that's no good because archers are not really good against horsemen. I mean, horsemen have they counter archers, but it's okay with these numbers. It's manageable. Okay, I have enough resources to go to the 3rd age, and the reason why I know is because of the sound. I don't know if you heard that drum sound. It was this low sound. Um, yeah, it just tells you that you have enough resources to go to the 3rd age, to the next age if you want to do so. So let's do that. Let's press T and then select something. I can go with the Royal Institute. And after this, they will go back to wood. I should make a new lumber camp here so that they don't gather from so far away. And I want to gather more gold because, okay. See, that's, again, it happens. There's only one sheep left and those people are chilling. So I could continue going around the map and gather resources, but as I do this, I'm kind of going further and further into enemy territory. It's not always safe. So one source of safe food is farms. And to build farms, it's just like before. You press Q and then A. This is farms. A. And then Shift. Left click, left click, left click, left click. Like this onto the mill. And after they build all of these, they will start working the farms. One person at the farm. Or, yeah, that's what you want to do. So now I have 4 idle villagers again. And what would I do with them? Well, I will build a few buildings. This is a monastery, and it's to make monks and then to collect relics. And relics give you gold. I have so many resources. So at this point, you want to spend your resources. Okay. And that will be a lot of production buildings to make a large amount of army. Also, I can... Oh, what is that? Just a scout. Let's queue a few upgrades. Make more knights. Upgrade these archers, because I probably want to make more archers. But then also I want to make arbaletiers later. But I'm not in a hurry. By the way, I'm getting attacked here. Oh, okay, it's just a scout. But if it was not a scout, if it were actual army, I could select these villagers, press G. And by doing this, they will take shelter. By the way, it only houses 5 people, and this one is left to find another shelter. It's going to actually run all the way back to the town center, which is very inefficient. You could maybe just make them just stay around here. That's safe enough. Oh, they're attacking me. Yeah, I don't want to lose these villagers. Okay, Shift Q. I have 6 idle villagers. Where are they? They're in this tower because I told them to garrison earlier. So to tell them to get out, it's Ctrl Shift R. R for return. And you can see they automatically return to what they were doing. And in this case, it was gathering from deer. Except this one because I ordered them to just go and stand here. So I can select, make them go back onto the deer also. My town center has 4 in queue, that's good. I have a bunch of resources. I can queue 5 more so that I don't have to think about it for a while. At this point, what do I want? I want to make maybe 2 scholars to collect the relics and get free gold. And then later I can also put these monks onto the sacred sites. And when I get these, they provide additional gold again. Just like the town center, you can set rally points on your monastery. So if I right click here, they will take the relic. And if I right click here with shift right click, as soon as they collect this, they will come back here. And this is good so that, you know, the monk doesn't pick up this relic and just wait until our enemy army comes and kills it. For my second monk, I can right click here and then right click somewhere next to the monastery. Okay, I have army. I can attack. spend on upgrades. I have 11 idle villagers. Control dot. These are the ones that were gathering gold, and I do need gold. At this point, I probably also need to gather some stone in order to make a keep. Things are happening here. Okay. Yeah, archers are not a very good combination here. I probably need... what do I need? Just a bunch of knights. I will overrun them with knights. Okay, look, the monk is back. By right-clicking here, you can see the down out icon. It means drop it down. And then now that it's down, I can tell them to get this one and then right-click here to come back with the relic. And the same with this monk. Get this relic and come back. I have 2 idle people. They're from the town center because this wood has become too far. So I can right click here so that they don't go idle next time they go out. What do I want to do? I want to produce knights, a lot of knights. So let's make a bunch of stables. Well, I can also start making men-at-arms, and let's make men-at-arms. Some spears for the cavalry, but men-at-arms will do great. Oh, this would be good for the archers. Okay, Control dot to select the 5 idle villagers. Were these people on sheep or something? I'm not sure. I can send them... where do I want to send them? Oh, another thing. This is a small gold mine. I know this because it's a small icon, and this is a big gold mine. So if we take a look here, this gold vein has 4,000 gold, and this one should have way more. Let's send 1 unit over there to check. Okay, select those villagers, press Chi, and they will take shelter. And then I can... So to make economic upgrade, you press F2 and then tab along these buildings to research upgrades for each type. Wow. 18 idle villagers. I have no idea where they're from. But I can see here that I have a lot of people on wood, some on gold, and not that many on food. So let's make more farms. And I can make farms around the town center as well. Like this. The town center is not producing villagers anymore, so I should make some more. Oh, I have 9 idle villagers because they were garrisoned. So Control Shift R to make them return to work, and they will get back to gathering stone. Yeah, men-at-arms are pretty good against what they have. They resist arrow fire, and horsemen also don't do that much damage against them. Okay, so this has 8,000 gold versus this one, only 4,000. By the way, the relics by now should be... okay. So the short key to select a monk is apostrophe. And now I can bring this back. You can see the relic here is on the floor is because the horseman killed my monk earlier. Okay. Wow, they're still fighting. Amazing. That's pretty nice. Let's make knights and a bunch of men-at-arms. Can I upgrade? This is nice. The ranged armor upgrade, since they have a bunch of archers. But I have resources. I can spend more on other things. Wow, 38 idle villagers. So these were the ones on the stone. 31, that's huge. Oh, those people finished. Um, they finished gathering from the deer. Oh, what happened to these villagers here? Let's have them gather deer. Oh, I know what happened. So earlier, they gathered the berries that were here. They became idle, and then I control dots and selected them to go somewhere else. Okay, these people, I'm gonna select 17 of them, sure, why not, and get them onto wood. And then the remaining 18, maybe select a few and make farms, more farms. So QW to make a mill, and then QA, shift, click, click, click. And I'm gonna set a new rally point because all of these people become idle when they come out. They will collect gold. And then the 13 that are remaining, I'm gonna start to secure this gold. And by that I mean I want to make a keep. I have enough stone to make a keep. So E and then Z, and I'm gonna make a keep here, for example. And then I'm gonna make a mining camp here. So in this case, I don't know where they will go afterwards. So I'm just gonna explicitly shift left click here to make sure that they go onto the gold. I'm not producing villagers. Shift Q, Shift Q. Let's check. I have 71 villagers, and I said I wanted about 120. So let's keep going. Okay, and let's make. I need a bunch of houses. This monk, they can pick up this relic. By the way, monasteries only carry 3 relics, so I need to make another monastery to gather the 4th one. And someone probably needs to finish this barracks. Okay. Then I need a bunch of houses. Oh. So to make this house, I don't want to use shift and left click, because if I do shift and left click, they will not go build this house until they finish gathering the wood, which is kind of like in 3 hours. So what you want to do is left click without shift to tell them to drop what they were doing and build that house. And then I can QQ shift click 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 to build the remaining houses and then bring them back onto wood. That's a huge army. Let's do something. And I may have heard the drum earlier, but I didn't notice. But I have enough to go to the 4th age. So let's go 4th age. I could go College of Artillery, and this is good to reduce the price of siege. And after that, they should probably gather food. Okay, my town center is telling them to go here, but that's not great because it's been depleted. Let's by default just tell them to get wood, and then I can always reassign the wood choppers later as I see fit. Let's bring this closer. I have 3 idle villagers, and I want stone to make other keeps potentially. the army is fighting. Oh, I want to kill the villagers. Okay, let's produce more villagers. 80 villagers. You can see I have a bunch of resources. And actually, you still want to keep producing villagers, even though it feels like you have too many resources. But actually, after you do all the upgrades that you need, you will realize you don't actually have that many resources. See, I'm already out of gold. And I haven't done my upgrade to men-at-arms. I have 9 idle villagers. Yeah, 46 on food is plenty. I need gold at this point. So H, the people on wood. Do I need wood? Not really. So these people can go here. I don't have enough for a keep, but I can make some towers. And then a mining camp. And more military. Now I have access to the hand cannoneer, which uses... Let's take a look at the prices. The veteran archer, the archer uses 80 resources. This one 120, and this one 240. And that's why you need 120 villagers, because even though this might look like a lot, I can actually only produce maybe 8 of these. Yeah, 7. I don't even have enough to make 10 of them. So as you progress, the units cost more. The upgrades also cost more. Each unit upgrade to elite costs 700 gold. I don't have 700 gold right now. Oh, yeah, I don't want to... Do I want to finish this game right away? I guess I could. I can spend some stone to get this cannon emplacement. That will protect my villagers nicely. And as if I didn't have enough military, I'm gonna make some more. More. Okay, as soon as they destroy this building, the game will be over. And I hope after this you will get a feel of how it's like to use the short keys to move your villagers around.